So, a important poll, but one that seems not at all like it gets equal weight is what are the purposes of laps? Because both Jen's cat and my dog are firmly of the belief that they are for getting in and sitting on
Hmm.
rather than you doing anything in, like knitting.
Yep.
I think that debate is just going to go on for all time.
To be fair, my cat did let me knit for like 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was
So,
really generous.
yes, it was. Right. Mm.
All right. Well, we're back and we are in, let's pull that map up. Oh, wait. Yep. Our heads are still in the wrong spots. That's okay. I'm going to switch the map up. And here we are in Capitol Parliament, where Kamala has just piloted us or convinced the Liminal to take us, or Liminal knew we should go. I'm not exactly sure. Laps are best place to kill friends.
Certainly one of those things.
All right. Well, I just framed that lovely scene of betrayal. So to all of you, exile, really? Or sorry, execution. Well, Dana, has Nebo ever gone to the Capitol Parliament?
Uh,
I mean, this is like the system that he's from, but this is the.
I think the
bucket
only
list.
time he was there was when he vandalized that
Exiled.
statue. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got exiled.
Oh, this is where the statue was, or this where
I'll
he?
say that's where the statue is, and also where people get exiled.
Yep, that's convenient. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
thanks for committing that crime right next to where we judge crimes. You didn't make us have to like transport you across the whole system. Dig it. All right. Who wants to open up the first scene?
I think Nebo wants to apologize to everyone before we get into the situation.
Seems fair.
So I think Nebo's gonna sit everyone down in the liminal, and he's gonna say, listen, this is not what you're going to expect. It's going to be a little strange. And I know that this is, you think that we're just not going to get exiled or we're going to clear my name.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to get re-exiled or executed, but mostly re-exiled because that's the only punishment that there is in the capital. But I just wanted to apologize for dragging all of you into this. This was my idea, and I feel bad about it.
Well, Nebo, if you didn't want to leave home, did you? I mean,
No.
It seems like you and Sasha, despite fighting, care about each other. And you said that you cared about the rest of your family. And when we're all done with this, do you want to be able to go back home?
I mean, as much as I love traveling, I would like to have the option to go back to see my family and friends.
That seems like a pretty nice option to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think anyone would say I was naive, but maybe I'm being overly optimistic and thinking that there's got to be some way you can do penance. I mean, you did these things, right? You did them with other people, but you did them. And there's got to be a way that we can serve your time other than just being exiled forever. I mean, that's just ridiculous. What kind of solar system just exiles people for everything and there's no way to ever... I disagree. I disagree with your whole legal system.
Well,
And as director of jurisprudence, I think that you would know a way around this. I'm sure you're an expert in the law.
Nebo is just like shaking his head.
Look, we're gonna fight this, or not fight it. We're gonna make it right.
Kamala, you know that I don't know anything about the law.
Yeah, it's funny, Nebo. They wouldn't make you a director if you didn't know anything about it.
I think that's a good place to cut.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that I want to see a scene in the United Hall
Yeah, me
with
too.
Callisto and Nebo. And I don't know, what is the United Hall? What are we doing here? What do you guys think?
I think the United Hall is since the capital system, since the capital cluster has a lot of different systems in it, I think the
Mhm.
United Hall is somewhere between an embassy and like a uh, a little mini like a little like mini district of each of the
Okay.
planets that are in the cluster.
Cool.
I'm thinking like Chinatown and Japantown and like all of these things, but
Mhm.
somehow shoved into a vast building. And maybe so there's like an embassy building, but there's also like cultural artifacts of all these different of all the different planets that are within the system. And yeah, that's
Cool.
how's that sound?
Yeah, so I think that Callisto has asked Nebo to kind of take her and show her this place before they're gonna try and face the music or whatever. And yeah, and like for a little bit, Callisto's kind of going along with it and is like, oh, touristy things, blah, 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 whatever. And Nebo totally knows, like, Callisto clearly knows what she wants to talk about and is just like pretending to be a touristy person for, a little while. And yeah, I don't know, Nebo, you tell me, how long do you wait before you say something? Or do you say something? I guess I should ask that.
I think I'm going to avoid
Okay.
everything and just keep talking about all the different.
We can just avoid our problems. La, 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 la,
La, la, la.
la. Cool. I like
yeah.
that. So we kind of go past like different sort of areas or whatever, and Callisto acts interested and asks questions and whatnot about all these places, and then when it becomes apparent that Nebo is just going to play along, Callisto kind of stops them and says, are you aware that the liminal knew that you were coming to us?
That is a great question. I had no idea.
They seemed to know of you. After you told me about your real name, I spoke with them, and it seems that they had reserved a place for you, just like the place they had reserved for me or Kamala or Ori. They didn't say why, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because, to be honest, I snuck on the ship and I wasn't expecting to get on the ship at all.
And yet the liminal was expecting you. Interesting.
I don't
And
know.
she's kind of like sizing you up because, like, clearly the liminal told her something, but not enough, right?
Right. I mean, what did the liminal tell you exactly? Is there anything else that I'm missing?
No, the liminal said that they knew that you were coming. They were amused at Ori's classification of you as pet of Kamala. Which is probably why there wasn't, you weren't in the system. Although I suppose that would have been surprising to you if you had snuck on the ship and showed up and, there's your picture. That would have been weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually wanted me as director of accounting.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, I would recommend that you speak with the liminal because I think that they chose you on purpose.
Sure. That sounds good. I mean, unless we got executed today or something, then...
I don't think the liminal would have let us come here believing that we would be executed.
All right, we'll find out.
Okay. I think that scene. Cool.
You can play a character only in flashbacks, right? Like we can just go on and not have Nebo here at all, and Banana can just play him only in like flashbacks from before when we came here, right? The game supports that.
No, we like create a hologram of him, so that,
I like this new rule that someone wrote.
Yeah, this is really smart. When someone says something, they will come to soon regret. End scene. Nice. Okay, I think Kamala is gonna have a. Well, I think Kamala is gonna have. I don't know, confrontation with Nebo finally. So, as we see overhead, I'm gonna choose the Capitol Hill Pavilion. I think it's part of the United Hall. I think Kamala catches up with Callisto and Nebo. She had kind of gotten distracted by shiny lights or something while they were talking. And she catches up as we get to the pavilion, and the pavilion is just filled with these giant marble statues of the founders, and they're of like various species, and they are and there's like a little roped off area around them so nobody can get too close, and there's like guards standing in front of them eyeing people suspiciously when they bump against the little stanchions that would rope people off, almost as though maybe someone has come to one of these and defaced them in the past, and so they're extra on alert. In the center, or one of the things that's sort of happening in the pavilion is there are dancers that are that are on a stage, and they look like the 7 founders. Like there's 7 different dancers that obviously are not the same people, but they're like of that species. And it's really like intricate and opulent, the way that they have these like scarves that they like pass between each other and wrap around one another and come loose from. And at one moment it looks kind of like somebody's like all bound up in them, and then they like spin them free, and they're like they like someone going on silks and like spinning down. They spin out. And it's beautiful. It's also clearly like incredibly opulent. And when Kamala kind of catches up to Nebo and Callisto, she just sort of looks at the statues and says, Nebo, were these the statues that you got in trouble for?
Only one of them.
So much better.
It was that one. And Neve was pointing to this like Phoebe in like a massive massive coat and like a little wig.
It looks like a beautiful statue. Why did you do that?
Well,
did you give it a mustache?
Okay, I may have given it a mustache, but only because everyone else thought that would be a good idea.
Sounds like it was so the scientists the scientists on Echo Station 1, they're all isolated from their families, and I think that they often had fun doing what they were called playing a joke on each other. Like they called it a joke. They would steal each other's things. It doesn't seem like a joke to me, but they seem to have a lot of fun about stealing each other's things, like their toothbrushes and chairs and toilet lids. I don't know. I don't understand why, but I gather that things like that were I gather that things like that were thought of as funny. Did you just do it because was this just a prank?
Yes, exactly. It was just a prank. It was a harmless prank. No one got hurt. It was just me putting a mustache on a statue.
And they exiled you for that.
Yes, they did. But that's, again, the only punishment we have.
God, it's just so limited.
Shouldn't somebody suggest other punishments?
I mean, they have in the past, but they have also been exiled, so.
I'm getting kind of worried that we're just going to go, and like you said, we're just going to go, and I'm so foolish. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. We're going to go and we're going to make our case, which is scheduled. She doesn't have a watch. I don't know why.
On her many goat hands.
Yes.
Her goat spider hands.
Yeah. We're scheduled to be there. Your case is in an hour. Your case is coming up soon. But I thought for sure they would see reason, but if they would, I'm afraid I may have been wrong.
No. Any of us was like trying to make Kamala feel better. Not at all.
You think we can make a difference? You think that they'll like see reason? They'll listen to the liminal, and they'll listen to their director of jurisprudence.
To be completely honest, they're not going to listen to us, but they might listen to the liminal.
Callisto, can you speak on its behalf?
Yes. I think that I should probably bring the liminal because they might not believe me. But if I'm holding the liminal, I think that will help. I'd like to think that like now whenever I cough, Callisto coughs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I wanted to make a reference to like you not looking well, but I think that's perfect. Just like you cough, and then we kind of look at you like, what's wrong? But
Mhm.
but you know, but it's a cough, right? Like people cough,
Right.
so
I'll be fine. It's just a cough. It's a
yeah.
cold. No big deal.
But I think when you cough, we can like see your internal organs like heave
Oh, God.
upwards, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I don't want to get like too graphic about it, but like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that would be different if you could see someone's insides.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you still have like muscles and stuff, so like you don't see all the way through.
Right.
But
It's just your
you
skin.
see a lot of things.
Your dermis is transparent,
Right.
but your organs might not be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm just imagining, like the general movement of
Yeah.
organs. Like you cough and like your chest muscles all
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, I think you coughing and us looking at you as though wondering what's wrong is a good
Cool.
end scene for that. Nice. I think we should go to the Court of Honor.
I think that's got to be our next stop.
Yep.
We gotta find out Neebo's fate. I don't necessarily want to like take the scene, especially since I just did one. But I'd like to throw out that I think there's 7 judges, and there's one of each of the like the major species. I think there's probably way more than 7 species in the system, but those are like the leaders.
Yeah.
And banana are the Veep one of them? Well, they must be because there was a statue of a Veep. Yeah. So I think that there's like a rather imposing kind of auditorium where there's these 7 judges like sitting in these high chairs looming over the people who would, bring them their cases. And it looks, very kind of like feudal where they can just be like, off with their head. Except for in this case, it's just like, send them away. In fact, I think that's how we should open the scene where they're just like, send them away to someone else. Like someone's getting dragged out.
There's whole ships full of people being exiled.
Yeah, they must have a really good like land reassignment process. I mean, like what happens when somebody like property reassessment? Like what happens like to people's stuff when they're just like, you gone? your holdings, your land, all that stuff.
They're like a lot.
Maybe that's why there's only exile as a punishment.
Yeah, maybe that's part of their corrupt. I've been, by describing the opulence and whatnot, I've in my head canon at least, I've been thinking of this as a very corrupt system that profits from off its people. Maybe that's just because of the terrible time that we live in right now. It's hard for me to like imagine a government that cares about its people.
Right.
Yeah. So right. I opened last scene, so I don't want to do this one, but I leave one of you to go to see what we do. Court of Honor.
Okay with Callisto kind of like arguing on behalf of Neebo. I don't necessarily want to do that in character because I'm very tired and my brain is fried, and I'm also going to start coughing a lot. But I'm okay with that happening.
Yeah, I like that. Also, it's great in character as well. if you're giving this very impassioned defense of
Mhm.
Nebo, and you're also showing that you're quite sick in the
Yeah.
meantime,
Yeah,
I
fair.
think, I think that is probably about the best thing ever. I think we should roll to find out.
How this goes.
Yes, this is.
Nebo, you want to roll your fate?
Sure, if I can. Let's see, rolling d6.
Yeah, just type /roll
Hey,
1d6.
And you do, I think, have a tag or a trait, right?
Yeah, you have the trait eminent.
and then yeah.
Yeah,
I think I rolled a 6.
I don't see it. I see my roll.
You see it?
I don't see it.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, nope, I see
Oh,
it.
did
Now.
you see it? Okay.
It just sometimes roll 20 takes a sec to.
Yeah, 6. Nice.
We're on
Does that
fire.
mean that we start a punishment that's not exile?
What we get is the justice of the founder. I mean, I think if you had gotten dishonored, like I very much thought that would be, nope, we're all exiled. Like it's bad. For all.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I interpreted that result. And who is right, I see very much as, as sort of being locked in debate with them, where again, because we have the liminal, like we have this credibility, but they're like, no.
Right.
But justice of the founder, like this feels more profound, right? I think something changes.
Yeah. Like they have, I don't know.
I mean, I think what do you all think is like the societal significance of the liminal being able to return? We know everybody knows the liminal is on this journey. I'm gonna read the accompanying ancient being. To the foundry, the liminal's homeworld where ancient tech was born. I think we all know that if when the liminal, presumably, when the liminal gets back home, this could be a boon for all of the solar systems if the liminal is able to return. And I feel like I don't know if this would be Callisto's, I don't know if Callisto would go this direction or not, but I feel like we could make an argument that like, hey, Capital, you can either get with the plan or not, and actually have some sway as to say like, maybe we don't make it and nothing, and the ancient technology dies out.
Yeah.
Doesn't, and you exile us, like you're never going to reap the rewards of that. You need
That's great.
a more fair system, right? Like
yeah.
So I mean, we're never in this game going to return to this place again. So I want to say that a major change happens. Like
yeah.
Cool. I think that's a good place to end Capital Parliament. Sorry, we didn't role play it out, but I don't know. In my head, I'm seeing them like all being really, really cranky about it, and Callisto being really awesome about saying like, you have the choice of either changing your ways or never seeing the liminal again.
Yeah, basically.
I like that. Yeah.
And you can listen to this sick, frail person who's accompanied by the liminal, or could not.
Nice. I think that's great. I think that's also a great place to cut for the evening, because I don't think we'd have time to do another location. And also,
Yeah.
as you said, Jen, that you were tired and feeling coffee. So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, see, we made change, Nevo. It all worked out.
Yay.
So what is your sentence then? Like, I feel like it like has to have changed or something. Maybe you were just forgiven. Maybe they just said, all right, you can come back. But like it's got to have changed, right? Banana, what do you think Nevo's like legal status is after all this?
I think it's changed. It's just I have like a hefty fine I have to pay or something.
Nice.
Like, yeah. But I decide maybe if I wanted to pay it, then I'll just come back a later date and do that.
Well, we got to play this. We got to like go all the way to the end and then like go all the way back again. Right? Awesome. Cool. Well, that was super fun. I'm sad that we didn't have Jay, but
Yeah.
it's all good. Hey, Jen, will you mute your video for a half second and then just mute it and just immediately unmute it? That's audio. Just hit stop video for a sec. There we go. Okay. Wait, don't come back just yet. All right. No.
Should I stop my video too?
No, you're good. Okay, Jen, you come back. And huzzah, there we go. So we can end the video with us all having our heads in the right boxes. So once again, this was Omni Agents, which Jen and Adam are developing or have developed at this point. Like you said, the game's basically done. And we'll come back in January to have yes, magic. To have our next session.
It's like a month from now. I think it's the 18th. Yeah.
This is what holidays do. I mean, they just wreck any timelines that would make any sense.
We should make gaming holidays so that way we game more during those holidays.
Yes, there's a con in the area that's called GobbleCon, and I know Amrit Khalsa, she's like the one spearheading it, and her line, which I love, she's like, do you want to spend Thanksgiving with your family? And then people pause and she's like, neither do we, let's play games. So I think it's brilliant. It's like Friday, Saturday,
yeah, seriously,
Thanksgiving.
Genius.
Go have Thanksgiving dinner and then play games all weekend.
Yep.
Rad. Okay, well, let's roll out. Why don't we go in reverse order, say our goodbyes. I'm Sean. You can find me at Sean Nittner all over the place, and streaming on this channel, and doing things. Yeah, that's a great goodbye. How about you, Jen? Where can people find you?
People can find me on G+ and Facebook. Podcast is jankcast.com, and that's pretty much it.
Cool beans. And Banana?
I'm Banana Chan, and you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram and YouTube under Banana Chan or Game in a Curry.
Awesome. And anything cool? And if you didn't catch it in the second hour, reminder that Jen's birthday is tomorrow. It's a very important event. Banana's birthday is coming up as well. Also an important event.
Yes.
My birthday is until April, but you need to remember it now because it's also an important event. But for reals, tomorrow's Jen's birthday, so everybody tell her happy birthday. It's like almost her birthday now on the East Coast.
It's almost, yep.
So, all right. Good night, both of you. Thanks so much for playing Omni Agents.
That's awesome.
Bye.
Bye.